You can't catch them all. Hey guys, this is Ricardo, the Superman of real estate, and I actually want to talk about how you can't catch all of your clients just like a Pokemon. You know, the goal is to catch as many Pokemons as you can, but sometimes a lot of those Pokemons are not catchable, or they're not going to connect with you. And I want to talk about how sometimes it's difficult or it's different when you're trying to get clients. So let's get right to it. So I want to give you a couple of examples of how you can't catch them all. You can't get all the clients. We know that there is business. There is enough business for everyone out there. The truth of it is not everyone will like you. You're not going to mesh well with a lot of the clients, or maybe there is no sort of connection in between you and them. Even though they're a highly qualified client, they just plain out, they'll tell you, hey, I don't like you, or I don't want to work with you. And it's always best to let go of those clients, just like the Pokemon. Let them go and let them be free. Let them go and find a different real estate agent. Yourself being, it's a little bit better to be in peace than to be able to struggle throughout a whole transaction with these clients. Sometimes you're not going to connect with all of the clients. And like I said, sometimes they're going to say, hey, you know what? I want to work with someone else. Or maybe you will actually have to tell your client, hey, you know what? I actually don't want to deal with you. I mean, you're not going to tell them that way, but you're going to tell them respectfully, hey, you know what? I feel that we're not going anywhere, and I feel that maybe you should find a different agent. You have to be able to cut it with those clients. Sometimes it's hard. Maybe you don't have any deals that are going to be closing soon, and that's your only client that you have. But you want more of your peace. You want your inner peace instead of the money. So guys, don't be afraid to just cut the client, let them go. And it also comes down to relationships with your lenders, with your escrow officers. There's a point in time when at one point maybe they're going to change the way that they run their business, and at that point you're going to have to learn to cut with your lenders. Like, hey guys, sorry, you know, the way that you've been running business has changed a little bit. It maybe doesn't fit the way that I want to run my business. Don't be afraid, cut those ties. Make sure that you don't burn the bridge. Don't burn the bridge, but just respectfully tell them, hey, you know, I feel that we're not fit for each other. Another way that you're not going to be able to catch all the deals or all the clients is throughout many real estate transactions, there's going to be a couple of times where maybe in a whole month your deals will fall through. There's nothing that you can do about it, and you'll have 6 escrows open. Everything's going well, and then towards the end 4 of them will fall through, and you'll only have 2 at the very end. And sometimes it's out of your way. There's nothing that you can do about it. There's actually a listing that I had a couple of months back. We went in escrow and we had accepted an offer. We had multiple offer situation. We got a good offer for the sellers, and out of nowhere the seller got sick and had to be hospitalized. We had to tell the buyer's agent, hey, the seller is very sick at this time and they don't feel that they should sell the house at this very moment. This buyer's agent and the buyer were very upset at us, and they actually wanted to sue us because we didn't want to sell them the house. They had been looking for a house for multiple months and couldn't find anything, and then finally when they get an offer accepted, kind of take it away from them. But it turns out that this client, believe it or not, actually ended up passing away. It's a crazy story. I'll share it at another time, but the seller did end up passing away and the deal just fell through. But now that listing is actually back on the market, and we have accepted another offer, and now we're in the process of closing that escrow. Maybe you'll have a client that will pass away, or maybe we'll have a lender that drops the ball at the very end and doesn't answer their phone for 2 weeks straight, and it's one of your preferred lenders. You keep calling them and they don't answer their phone. Or I've had cases in which the buyer brings their own lender, and I haven't worked with that lender, and then it turns out that at the very end they start to disappear and you can't find them anywhere. Don't feel bad, guys, if your deals start to fall through. I've had clients where they lie and they didn't tell us about bankruptcies. I even had a client that the United States had a lawsuit against him, and actually the title company found out information. The United States, so the judicial courts had a lawsuit against him. So just crazy stuff can happen throughout the transaction, but don't feel sad, don't feel upset. It is the nature of the business that you're in real estate. You will always have transactions that will fall through. Eventually those clients, they're going to be very upset with you, and then they won't end up doing business with you. So it just happens like that, but it's the nature of the business. So don't take it personal, guys. So guys, how is it that you overcome not being able to get all those clients, or closing the clients, or unforeseen things happen? The way that I see it, so there was a point in my career where I had, you know, a good amount of transactions, and then all of a sudden we just had one transaction fall apart, and I was like, okay, well, you know, one transaction fell apart, but I still have these other 5 or these other 6 transactions. Real estate is a numbers game, and I remember another good friend of mine mine or another realtor, he was a new agent, and he only had one transaction, and his one transaction fell apart. At that point, he had no other income, and all I told him was, it's a numbers game. You have to have as many transactions open as you can, because a lot of them will fall through. And if you only have one transaction and one transaction falls apart, you don't have nothing. But if you have 6 transactions going on at the same time and one of them falls apart, or even if 2 of them fall apart, you will still have 4 transactions that will continue and will be able to close successfully. The way to deal with this is just increase your numbers, increase the contacts that you make. Not everyone will get along with you, and that just means you need to talk to more people, you need to talk to more clients. And if your real estate transactions fall apart, it means you just need to get more real estate transactions. So that is the way that I've been able to cope with it, is just talk to more people, get more clients, get more real estate transactions, get some escrows open, and that way when the bad things happen, you're not going to feel it as much. It's not going to impact you as much. So guys, that is the way that you can overcome this as a real estate agent. Like I said, you can't catch them all, you can't catch all the deals, all the clients. So that is the way that you're able to cope with them. And honestly, just keep having that faith. Don't give up. They say between 80 to 90% of real estate agents, they don't go through within their first to second year. And the only reason why they don't make it is because they didn't continue to push. That is the majority of the reason why real estate agents continue, is because they continue to have faith and they continue to do the things that they need to do. So guys, this was the video for today. If you had any other real estate video ideas, go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to give us a like on this video, and don't forget to subscribe. We're going to be doing a bunch of more videos, a bunch of more real estate interviews as well. So don't forget to press that subscribe button. We will see you guys next time.